Through his legal team led by James Orengo, Odinga for 5 hours laid his case before the 7-judge bench, terming the entire presidential poll a sham and deeply flawed from the onset.
We are waiting for a day in Kenya when, after elections, instead of conflict or disputation, each side can stand up and say, yes, I concede defeat, but I concede because the elections were conducted in accordance with the law. And we got to put our foot down.
While urging the judges to quash the IEBC results, the NASA leader questioned the integrity of the electoral process, citing what he termed a predetermined outcome through interference with the results transmission system.
That it is clear that the results were not coming throughout, but they were coming in batches. And that is also demonstrated by their next documents. They were being held somewhere and then released in batches.
Through an affidavit signed by Dr. Edgar Ouko-Tumba, Odinga claimed IEBC introduced and used an error adjustment formula to sustain an 11% difference between the number of votes garnered by the petitioner and President Kenyatta.
If, as by law provided, these results were coming randomly from across the country, then it would not be possible to have such a consistent gap.
At the heart of Odinga's petition is alleged discrepancies on the results announced at the polling stations and those transmitted to the constituencies and National Tallying Center.
By the time of declaration of the final result by the second respondent, Mr. Chebukati, there were 10,480 forms 34A that had not been received. The final declaration of the result by Mr. Chebukati, one, was not supported by forms 34A.
On the authenticity of documents used to record election results at the polling stations and constituencies, Odinga's legal team told the judges that key electoral forms did not conform with the security features that IEBC had briefed stakeholders on.
When we talk about an election being accountable, our proposition is that an election is accountable if it is capable of being scrutinized from its own records. So in the context of an election, for instance, the national tally must be able to be accounted for from the tally from the constituencies. And the constituency tally must be able to be authenticated by the polling station tally.
Odinga also asked the judges to nullify President Kenyatta's re-election for allegedly using state resources to win the hearts and minds of the electorate. He specifically pointed out Cabinet Secretaries Eugene Wamalwa, Mwangi Kiunjuri and Joe Musheru for drumming up support for Kenyatta's re-election.
In an election, those who are in public service make a choice to serve the people of Kenya without any discrimination at all. And they must at all times show neutrality.
Citing the controversial 2013 presidential election petition verdict, Odinga's legal team asked the judges to uphold the rule of law and nullify Kenyatta's re-election due to a myriad of electoral malpractices.
And my submission is then that the lead extended from 8,400 in 2013 to 1.5 million in 2017. And if the question was that you can do anything so long as you display numbers that are difficult to offset, then elections become a purely political issue rather than legal.
At the heart of the submissions by Raila Odinga's legal team is to convince the judges that there was massive rigging during the 8th August State House race and to buttress his prayer for nullification of President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election and ordering a fresh poll within 60 days.
After every election, there's always lack of faith, lack of confidence. And the only way we are going to cross over the bridge is that anytime there's a transgression of the law of the land in relation to the elections, this court should not hesitate in annulling that election.
Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV, at the Supreme Court, Nairobi.